It happened vertically to my advantage. I was able to get a role, which is an acceleration to my role, which was there previously. We all have heard the buzzwords AI, Gen AI, Agentic AI. And because of that, there's been a very seamless transition, of roles. Background is not an obstacle over here. You will get a lot of exposure to things which are relevant. I am Tamanna Keswani. I have completed my graduation from Christ University, Bangalore, with a degree in BBA Honours, with HR as my specialization. Post that, I worked with Deloitte for a couple of years. I am placed with Infosys Consulting. My role is organizational change management, which means I'll have to assist all kinds of projects that are undergoing digital transformation with their change management practice. Firstly, because there are only certain number of institutes which are offering the one-year program with CAT or NMAT, and also I got really convinced, talking to the alums of this university. I also attended the talk by our program director, Dr. Raj Shankar, and I felt that my goals and values are aligning with what the institute has to offer. It allowed me to accelerate my growth, and it happened vertically to my advantage. I was able to get a role, which is an acceleration to my role, which was there previously. And also, I will be able to get back to the industry faster. And there are a lot of industry relevant courses and professors, who are there to guide you, which ultimately, ended up in fulfilling all my goals with which I came here. Previously, I was working in the training team of Deloitte USA. It was a consulting role. While I am, placed with Infosys Consulting in their OCM domain, which is also a consulting role, I feel that the job I was doing previously was more of an entry-level job, while the role I have with Infosys Consulting now is a middle-level management role, which will allow me or give me an opportunity to prepare myself for the leader I wish to become in the future. One of our professors, Professor Shubrat Sarangi, he has worked in the change management department before, and he took that extra effort to give us sessions, both one-on-one as well as group sessions, which were really helpful and gave me a real world perspective of what I am getting into. And otherwise also there are enough materials, there's enough faculty support which helped me get to this role. We all have heard the buzzwords AI, Gen AI, Agentic AI, and because of that there's been a very seamless transition of roles from maybe you might come from a tech background, or maybe you might not be coming from a tech background, but with the onset of AI, it all makes sense to come here and learn, because background is not an obstacle over here. You will get a lot of exposure to things which are relevant in the industry out there, and I'm sure if you have the zeal in you, you'll make the most of it. I would say that is not really the case, because I can talk about myself. I have only a few months over 2 years of experience, and it did not act as a barrier to me and to a lot of other folks I know. There are enough roles that are coming. Also, the pipeline is strong because our placement office is always on it to get us the most impactful roles. So that definitely is not a problem. So consulting is both tech as well as non-tech. If you're aiming to get into non-tech consulting, you can take any specialization. You can go for marketing also, you can go for finance also, because there's roles in financial advisory also, there's roles for marketing also, there's management consulting roles also. But if you're aiming to go for a tech consulting role, we have the analytics specialization. Yes, Great Lakes offers a lot of extracurricular opportunities. There's a lot of clubs, there's a lot of committees you can be a part of, and you may or may not want to commit for a long term. So there's opportunities for all kinds of people. There are events that happen, there are a couple of flagship events. If you don't want to commit long term, you can join the committees such as Latitude, etc., for which you'll only have to work for a couple of months, and definitely it will act as an advantage while you're giving an interview. Why I say that is because while you work in teams, you are able to understand stakeholder analysis better. You're able to critically analyze the problem. You're also able to through structured thinking, come to effective solutions. So all of these things also coincide with what a workplace environment demands of you. So definitely Great Lakes is a very good place to explore these opportunities.